Okay, thank you very much. First, let me greet Director Zeni Laidan, my friend and roommate. Ladies and gentlemen, Undersecretary Graciano Yumul, supposed to speak to you this morning. However, in the absence of the Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, he has to pitch in for her in the cabinet meeting. And so he has asked me to make the presentation in his behalf. So, shall I say Salam Alaikum to all of you? The topic assigned to our Undersecretary for R&D is research and development to commercialization in the Philippine context. The outline of today's presentation is to provide you the DOST program, then R&D to commercialization, and challenges and best practices and opportunities. In the National Innovation System, the Department of Science and Technology has dwelt very carefully on knowledge expansion, where indeed knowledge base is very important in science and technology. It also worked on wealth creation, as we know that wealth, knowledge goes together to come up with this kind of creation. And human resource development is very important as well. And to this, quality S&T services is expected to be delivered to our beneficiaries and clienteles. So what are the DOST 6 priority R&D fields? The agenda, which follows the requirements of our S&T, are focused into 6 major priority fields. These are biotechnology, health and health products, alternative energy, information and communication technology, agriculture, and environment. Let me tackle first the roadmap for the S&T on biotechnology. You will see at the right side is the R&D activities, and the upper side is the tangible outputs. We have indicated here what would be the R&D activities from 2009 to 2014, as well as the tangible outputs expected out of each R&D activities. Please take note that among the tangible outputs that are very, very important to the halal activities are lined up here, so that you will see, for example, this year, it is expected that even the coconut fatty acid synthesis gene should be patented. There should be a sequence fruit-specific MUDS box genes from banana. Onwards, you will see that different thematic tangible outputs are expected. At the end of the roadmap in 2014, we expect that commercially available PRSB-resistant papaya would be in the market, not only locally, but even internationally. So within the span of 6 years, you will see the different outputs for biotechnology. And this will show you also the phases of R&D, the pre-commercialization phase, and the commercialization phase. So wherein you will see by stages what are the activities to be done from gene isolation to the finished products, such as the renewable or propagation permit, the technology performance evaluation, as well as the 5-year propagation permits on biotechnology. In the fields of health and health products, a similar roadmap has been devised, but this one up to 2010. You will see, however, that it started in 2008, and in 2009, there are several activities leading towards commercialization of Changuba tablets and other health products and drugs. On 2010, it is expected that commercial production of sambong, the ulasiming bato, and all other drugs as indicated here would be developed. Again, these R&D activities will follow the phase of R&D, pre-commercialization, and commercialization. Just over lunch, we were discussing about the tablets for the medicine, which I think this time we need to look at it too. I have indicated to the table where I was joining some of our colleagues here that within the DOST, we are ready to commercialize the hard and soft capsule using carrageenan, which is very much rich in the Mindanao area. So again, you will see here a lot of things that is laid before us in doing R&D so that in 2010, we'll be able to come up with some commercial products. Hopefully, this will follow some of the Halal protocols in terms of raw materials as well as the production process and packaging of the products. Insofar as alternative energy is concerned, again, there is a 2014 roadmap that has been studied and laid out for us to follow as our route towards achieving increased energy self-sufficiency level by 2014. So this time, the mandated B2, in 2010, we are to look at the mandated biofuels B3 and so forth and so on. In fact, again, you will see that S&T program areas, there's a lot more on the production of biodiesel using jatropha, algae, and other raw materials. And also, within the span of time, the performance testing for non-esterified oil is in line. So that will be able to help our self-sufficiency in 2014 on energy. On the area of information and communication technology, the DOST roadmap, along with those of the private sector roadmap, the R&D priorities are geared towards grid and cluster computing, open source and low-cost computing, emerging technologies, the foundations of computer science, as well as the application and digital content development. Most of this have been identified, and by the I think this is 2010 too, commercialization and industry linkage have been forged between the government and the private sector so that blue chips, design, and the Swellico Foundation, together with government agencies as well as state universities, have developed the technologies towards achieving the R&D priority areas mentioned. And so we are looking also at technology transfer through the business incubation that has been just established within the UP Diliman campus and the DOST PESA open source as well as our Technicom project, which I will be discussing later. Insofar as the agriculture, which will play a vital role in the many of the halal food products that we are envisioning to look at, these are the roadmaps that have been developed from 2009, the present, up to 2010. So you will see that increasing productivity is the main objective of these R&D roadmaps, and they will cover the following